Everyone wants to know the secret of the elite, that tiny group of people who seem to win at everything they touch. We look at their lives and wonder if they were born with a map that we simply cannot see. Sometimes it feels like you are walking through a dark room, reaching for a door handle that isn't there, while others walk through effortlessly. This feeling of being stuck isn't a sign of your weakness. It is actually the first step toward the greatest discovery of your life. Understanding this story will change how you look at every frustration you face, turning your deepest struggles into your greatest power. Let's go back to a time when things were made by hand and a man's worth was measured by the heat of his fire. In a small village tucked between two high mountains, there lived a blacksmith who was known for his steady hands and quiet mind. People came from many miles away just to watch him work, but he rarely spoke a word. One day, a young man arrived at the forge, looking tired and defeated. He had tried many jobs, started many projects, and traveled to many lands, yet he had nothing to show for it. He sat on a wooden stool and watched the blacksmith pull a glowing piece of iron from the coals. The master placed the metal on the anvil and raised a heavy hammer high above his head. With a loud crack, the hammer hit the iron. The sound echoed through the valley, but the metal did not change shape. The blacksmith did not look disappointed. He simply wiped the sweat from his brow and struck it again. The young man counted the strikes out of curiosity. 10 times the hammer fell, 20 times, 50 times. To the untrained eye, the piece of iron looked exactly the same as it did when it first came out of the fire. It was still a rough, ugly block of gray. "Why do you keep hitting it?" the young man finally asked, unable to stay silent. "It is not changing. You are wasting your strength on something that refuses to bend." The blacksmith did not look up, nor did he stop his rhythm. He replied that the metal was listening, even if it wasn't moving yet. He continued his work, and the count reached 80. The young man began to feel restless and frustrated just watching. He thought about his own life, the books he started but never finished, the gardens he planted that grew only weeds, and the many times he quit because he saw no progress. To him, the blacksmith looked like a fool chasing a ghost. By the 95th strike, the young man stood up to leave. He told the master that he had seen enough and that some things are simply too hard to change. The blacksmith ignored him and delivered the 99th blow. Still, the iron remained a stubborn block. Then came the 100th strike. It hit with the same force as the first, and yet nothing visible happened. The young man shook his head and walked toward the door,